My entitled neighbor is demanding I put my dog down because he viciously attacked her kid. The kid deserved it and she is taking me to court over it. I have a neighbor who embodies the Karen stereotype. She is in her 40s with the classic Karen haircut and is as entitled as they come. I remember the very first day she moved in with me, she tried to negotiate with me what times her and her kid could come over to my backyard and use the pool. I of course told her she could not use my pool, but a few weeks later I came home to find her and her 6-year-old kid using my pool without any permission. When she saw me, she claimed it was too hot of a day to pass up the opportunity to have a swim. I told her she is lucky I'm not calling the police for trespassing, and she got in my face about being friendly neighbors and how neighbors are supposed to share things. The thing is, her 6-year-old kid has grown to be just as entitled as her mother and even worse. He has on many occasions come to my doorstep demanding to use my pool, demanding to have some sweets or anything else that he thought he could have. Whenever I turned him down, I was met with a barrage of tears coming from him and even sometimes screaming. A couple of minutes later his mother would join in and also give out to me for not letting her kid swim unattended in my swimming pool. I called her crazy on many occasions and have told her that this is negligence, and if she keeps this up I will call CPS on her for it. She seemed to take this threat of mine seriously and has backed off for a while. However, the trouble started around 6 months ago when I got a new puppy, a Labrador to be exact. The first time this kid saw the puppy he went mental wanting to pet it and play with it, which was totally okay with me. However, I quickly saw that the way this kid played and pet my dog was totally unacceptable, with his petting being super aggressive and his playing resorting to literally kicking my dog sometimes. The first time I saw this I quickly pulled him away from my dog and told him that he has no right to do that at all, and he retorted back saying he was only playing with, before reaching his foot out and trying to kick my dog again. I ended up giving out to him in a manner as gentle as I deemed possible, but before I knew it, the kid was crying crocodile tears and running to his mother claiming that I verbally assaulted him and even called him the N-word, which is the dumbest thing I have ever heard because he is white. Anyways, his mother and I had an altercation and she told me not to pick on her kid anymore, and I told her that her kid is not to pick on my dog anymore. Clearly, however, neither the kid nor the mother had any interest in listening to me, as just a few days later when I was walking my dog the kid ran over and started petting my dog very aggressively to the point that my puppy started whining. I once again told him to back off and he did, with his mother coming up to me mere minutes later to give out. This has been a cycle that has been happening for almost half a year now. However, 3 days ago the kid took his misdemeanors way too far. I was walking my puppy and he ran up very abruptly and proceeded to swing his foot back and boot the dog in his leg, making him wince with pain. I turned around and yelled at the kid, which may not have been my place, but I swore at him asking what the F did you do that for? And the kid proceeded to toe poke me in the shin as hard as he could right after I said that. I was about to flip out when I saw my Labrador lunge at the kid and bite his leg, drawing red and making the kids fall to the ground and start crying. I ended up getting my dog to back off after he tried to bite him the second time. The kid stood up a minute or solitaire and started swearing at me, saying he was going to get his mom and she is going to whip my effing butt. Lo and behold, not even 10 minutes later, the mom is at my door ready to take my head off. As soon as I opened the door she tried to march into my house and I had to hold her back. She then started yelling at me that I was a child lover, that I was an awful man for yelling at her kid, and how dare I swear to him. He's just a kid and if he wants to kick the dog he can kick the dog. It's not up to me to discipline him, it's up to her. I told her that maybe she should give the John to someone else because she is clearly terrible at it. She then exploded at me, telling me not to insult her and that she wants the dog put down. I laughed in her face and told her this was not going to happen, but she yelled at me again that it would. I ended up kicking her out by threatening to call the police. She ended up leaving then. I thought this was all over, to be honest, as I never expected her to actually try follow through with anything. But yesterday she sent me a message letting me know she will be suing me for emotional distress and the kid's medical bills, as apparently he had to go to the hospital over, and will try to get a court order for the kid to put down. I am actually kind of worried now. What if she wins?